I think be the model means literally to be the model that you want to see in other people. So if somebody says, "Oh, what type of person I want to be in the future?" I think that's what be the model is. I want to be the type of person that I'm going to see 5, 10, 20 years in the future.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Be the Model podcast. I'm Teddy J.
And I'm Big Neil.
And today we have the host of the J Squared podcast with us here today in the building.
What's
up? How you guys doing
How
today?
y'all doing?
Chilling, doing good.
Hey, where you guys coming from?
Miami Gardens.
Miami Gardens. 305, Kelsey.
Okay, so everybody's been talking about J Squared podcast. I checked you guys out. I said we got to have these guys here on the show today. Go on and let these guys know how you guys started and what brought you here today. Like, how'd you start? What inspired you to create this podcast? And how'd you guys meet up?
Well, it initially started, we used to work out together. We known each other 10 plus years since high school. Yeah.
Okay. What high school?
American.
American senior.
Shout out to them American.
Yeah. It's not a good school, but...
But shout it out.
But in I think it was 10th or 11th grade.
10th grade.
Yeah, 10th grade. So we've been friends ever since. We were in a band together. We played in a pop punk band.
Yeah.
Okay, what instruments?
Drums, bass.
Bass, yeah.
Okay, you guys want to start a rock and
Play the
roll?
drum.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was also on the basketball team, and she would just...
Yeah.
I said she was tall. She was sitting there like, she's taller than him.
Exactly. No, but the thing is that she would teach me shit because I was like learning how to play, and she's like my coach when I go ahead and I do shit. So we would just talk and work out together, and we were talking, and we were just like, "Yo, man, we should just spread the word about this."
Start a podcast because we have like deep conversations, and sometimes we like go separate ways, and we don't agree on a lot of things.
Okay.
But we find the middle ground where we're like, all right, I accept your opinion, you accept my opinion, so let's talk more about it to other people. And then that's what kind of inspired it.
So you guys were in the same high school, already friends in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, then you guys got together through basketball and just started to
And working out.
Working out.
Working out. Well,
Yeah.
we started first like we had class together, so from there the friendship grew. Then we started hanging out outside of school, and then we started the band, then playing basketball, working out, and then it just continued to blossom into this friendship.
That's great.
Nice.
So how long y'all been doing the podcast?
Since February of this year.
Okay.
And you know the date? I have no idea.
It's because
Completely out of the loop.
Me ain't never know dates.
the first chapter that we did was around Super Bowl. Because we talked about Tom Brady a lot. So that's when I was like, oh, okay, February is when the Super Bowl is out.
Okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
like we were talking earlier, he mentioned that you guys seem like an odd couple.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Well, I'm of Nigerian descent. I was born here in Miami, Florida, but Nigeria.
Yeah, I was also born here, but my mom's from Colombia and my dad's from Chile, so South American.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a...
All right, cool.
So, what topics do you guys talk about on your podcast?
So, I mean, my expertise in the podcast, we pretty much I talk about mental health a lot and therapy, and we kind of go back and forth with it. And she kind of brings the sports into it, and the movies, and the comic book and the geekiness and stuff
The
like
nerd
that.
stuff.
The nerd stuff. She brings it in, so we pretty much go back and forth with it, and we bounce off of that. And she recommends something, I go ahead and watch it. I recommend therapy and stuff like that, and then she looks into it. So that's pretty much how we go.
So how you got into the mental health space? Like, what brought that about?
Basically, I would say it was an inspiration for the podcast too, because like during the pandemic, we were like, you know what, we need to talk more about how we feel, and then we kind of felt like doing the podcast could reach out to people that might think, oh, I don't really need to talk about how I feel. I'll just hold it in. But during the pandemic, like it kind of showed people that, hey, like this is important.
Yeah, we've been talking about mental illness a lot ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like in relationships,
Yeah.
a lot of times men are looked at, they don't really talk too much about men's mental state and stuff like that. It's always, because women always feel like they're the ones who are vulnerable
And emotional
going
and
through
all that.
things.
Yeah.
But a lot of men are having those problems with mental illness, which is causing suicides, all kind of different things. So it's definitely a topic to be talked about.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is also important because he brings up all that, the male perspective to it, and it's important for other males to see that as well.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I really tap into it is because I don't have a problem anymore with being vulnerable. I used to have like a huge problem with being vulnerable. I was seeking validation. I was going around and doing everything to get that. Oh man, that's that dude, whatever it is, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. So I finally got to a point where I started accepting myself, and within accepting myself, I was like, maybe I need some more help to get to that next level. And I'm okay with crying, being emotional, all those other things, and I'm okay with people seeing it. So therapy just enhances the person that you are, and it makes you better for the next partner that you have.
I'm curious, being of African descent and having that as a growing up, was your dad in your life?
Yeah, my dad was actually in my life a lot, but the difference is that he wasn't in my life in a sense where he was, emotionally there, but he was there in my life to like pay bills, make sure that the lights are on and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the natural
The way that men think.
the way men think, yeah.
But I didn't get that good job, son.
Right,
Oh man,
right.
I'm gonna show up to whatever you're doing.
Right.
Never got that, so that's
So you believe that men need that?
oh, 110%, of course.
I do too.
Are you guys still in contact?
Me and my father?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's my birthday today, and
Oh, happy birthday.
thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you let it sit and chill.
Yeah. No, it's I chose to spend it with you guys. So
We appreciate that.
no, but definitely I saw him yesterday. Like we hang out. Like I go inside, I go and talk to him. I make sure that he's good.
Right. And do you believe that it comes from the way he was raised, that he didn't show emotional stuff?
Yeah, of course. Because
Culture?
Yeah,
it's culture, and also coming to a new country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to adapt, and just being a black man in like
a different
in
space.
a different space, and he was just doing the best he can.
Right.
'Cause I think also as men, we have so much put on us.
Put on us,
to be the protector,
provider,
to be what it is like you can't break. So men be going through all kind of mental issues in their mind, but they like try to push
it away. Yeah.
And then eventually all that stuff comes together and can break you.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 sons, so I kind of be trying to think about it in my head. Like, I find myself sometimes being that you got to be hard with my sons, but I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So, to hear it from another person, different culture, it put it in perspective for me.
I appreciate it, and it's the same thing. Like I mean, even as people together, we also have to give each other flowers. Like
Right.
whenever we can. I mean, we don't always have to wait till somebody passes away or we're not in contact with somebody anymore.
But I think that's also a cultural thing too.
It's culture,
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll see you doing good, no one will say anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then when
Wait for you to fall though, and then they go say everything.
But we have to. I think everyone has to support each other.
Yeah.
Like you said, give them flowers. If you appreciate what someone's doing, let them know. Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, because we share this globe together. You know what I'm saying? And to see you 2 guys together, the odd couple, I applaud that though.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? That's a demonstration for other people to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All came together. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's what it was, because it really just started off as, us being there for each other when it came to like hard times and realizing, damn, we're really closer. Like I was thinking to myself, like, damn, we're really closer than we think, because we were able to step out of that. Oh, I see him doing good on Instagram, so we're not gonna talk to each other.
Right.
Yeah, type of thing. As far like, no, we're gonna support each other, be there for each other. Type of thing.
Yeah, because even in the podcast, you'll find people like they won't comment, but then when they see you, they're like, "Damn, man, I see you doing
like
your
you,
thing."
yeah.
Yep.
It's like, why you don't drop a comment? It's like I feel like maybe they don't want to show other people that they're
Supporting
you,
yeah.
or so.
Yeah, we've come across some friends that are like that, and I'm kind of like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, but show the
Show
love
love,
outward.
yeah. Don't just come tell me.
So what's y'all total goal? What's y'all goal with y'all podcast? What y'all plan on?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
We haven't really looked that far ahead.
Right.
Right now, we're doing it. We're having fun with it, so that's the most
It
important thing
is.
for
It's
us.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's fairly new. You guys are in the building it up to something right now.
Yeah.
yeah, and we're trying to see where it goes. One of the things we don't want to do is like, we don't want to be a part of that, sponsorship lifestyle where it's like, oh, we gotta limit ourselves.
Yeah,
And
we want to be free to
Want to
speak.
be in control.
Yeah.
so that's the main goal, just protecting what we have to the point where we don't have to, like, if we accept something, then we accept it, but
Right.
we don't
We're gonna,
have to.
Yeah.
we could depend on each other instead of just like sponsorships and all that stuff.
And how often does the show come on? Is it like once a week? Is it once a month? Like, how do we?
We do it once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and now we're trying to do more lives because
Okay.
people
Yeah.
enjoyed it
Mhm.
or are into it more. So another way to reach out to the fans.
So where do we see your lives at, and also
Yeah. My question.
the actual episodes like that you recorded in the past? How does the audience find those episodes to watch them?
Okay, lives we usually do it on Instagram, and then for our podcast we do it on YouTube, and it's also on Spotify and Apple Music.
All right. Get the name, the Instagram name for the audience.
At J Squared Podcast.
J Square.
Same thing with YouTube, J Square Podcast.
J Square Podcast.
Yeah, everything J Squared Podcast.
And when what times do you go live?
We've been doing 7
Yeah,
On what
Eastern
day?
time.
On what day?
Yeah.
Well, that day just depends.
it depends.
So
on
do you give people a heads up?
Yeah.
Oh, of course,
On
yeah.
Instagram.
So follow us in order to figure out,
when we do the lives.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow on Instagram, J Squared Podcast.
Yeah.
And
And how far in advance you give a notification to let them know?
2 or 3 days before. Yeah, we try to get ahead of the game so people could show up.
Oh, okay. So what are some of the topics you guys talk about? Do you talk about music? What topics?
So we have different segments. The first segment is like sports and entertainment. So we talk all about sports, and then we have a TV movie series where we talk about TV shows and movies that we watched.
Like you do ratings on? Like you review them?
We review them basically, and then we do a spoiler alert if it's like a movie that people haven't watched yet.
Right.
And then whatever the fans suggest to watch and stuff like that.
Oh.
Then our other segment, we call it special topics, and that's where we dive into the deep topics of like mental health, social injustices, and all that stuff.
We talked about, like, I remember, I think the first really big one outside of like sports was it homophobia growing up, like how we pretty much adapted to learning about, the LGBTQ plus community, things like that. We talked about, coming into yourself, like how to, like just a lot of different types of things that we just merge in, and anything that really comes to mind. And we also take in, what's the word? When somebody gives you recommendations.
Recommendations.
We take recommendations
Sorry,
from.
it wasn't in your head.
Topic recommendations?
Come on now. Huh?
Recommendations from the audience?
Yeah, like, so if somebody gives us a recommendation, we're like, yo, what should we talk about? And somebody would go ahead and give us an example.
Right,
Or give
right.
us something, and we'll talk about that too.
So you interactive with your audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all the
That's
time.
great. Yeah.
Because they're supporting us. Like, we have to.
And we're basically making it for them, but having fun with it as well.
Exactly.
And then we have the last segment, which is like our friend Jimena, who is also in our band. She doesn't have social media.
What's your friend name again?
Jimena.
Jimena.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out. Yeah.
Jimena.
She has.
She will not see it.
She will not see it. She will
Oh,
not
she
see
don't
it.
watch our show support
No,
like that?
no, she's not on social media
Oh,
at all.
okay.
So we do this segment for people who are not on social media
Right,
or
right.
not up to date with news,
Right.
and then we talk about all that stuff.
And that's, I wonder how that is. Like, she's your age?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For someone to be that age, our age, or
And
your
no
age,
social media.
and just
it's
black
weird.
out
Off the-
like
off the
Batman
grid.
off the grid.
Yeah.
It's weird. So this is why we do this segment. So people who don't know what's going on around the world, we send her that segment, and
Yeah.
then she's like, "Oh, so this is happening," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, like, because the thing is that she pretty much travels around a lot. She just doesn't have use for it. And she likes to be disconnected sometimes. And every time when she was down here in Miami, we'd work out together too. And we would, when we get into our discussions, like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And she'd be like, what? Like,
Yeah.
she'd really be out of it. And we're like, damn.
Wow.
you should
But
be
that's
just
good. I
like
think that makes being off the grid, being away from social media, I think that gives someone a chance to really appreciate life. Like,
Right.
to
Yeah.
really appreciate nature, appreciate what else is going on in the world besides always on your phone, just always.
I think it's
looking at
good for your
technology.
mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Because social
It's
media.
Yeah.
create some of these mental health issues.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm saying
Yeah,
because
that's true.
you oversaturated with
Just news
social
and then
media,
different
just
other
opinions.
people's
yeah.
what's going on with other people, and a lot of it is just facade anyway.
Yeah, a
you
lot
know
of
what
it.
I mean.
Yeah.
So when you're not on social media, it gives you a chance to even appreciate birds chirping,
Yeah,
singing.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
small things in nature. Like
Yeah.
we are in this world,
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful planet.
beautiful.
Besides just being stuck in a technology
That world.
in that world, you know what I mean?
That's very true. The thing is, I 100% agree, but people need to learn how to moderate themselves or learn how to be moderated. That way you can keep up to things. Yeah, you have to have that
not like a
balance.
caveman.
You gotta have a balance.
Exactly.
You gotta have.
Like you have to know what's going on. Like you have to know what's.
Yeah, because if
Social
they
media's
send out
not
an
my
alert,
news, really.
yeah, she knew it's the new
For
news.
Channel 7,
Yeah.
I'll find out through
Yeah.
Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, saying
Exactly.
that.
This is what's going on, or don't catch I-95.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you're right.
It's a traffic jam or whatever.
I'm telling you, that's why I like social media. She hates social media. Like
It's 50.
Pros and cons.
Yeah,
pros and
there you
cons,
go.
exactly.
But it got a lot of cons.
Thank you.
Devin
You're
has-
with me. Yeah.
It got a lot of cons.
Yeah.
Relationship-wise.
Yeah, definitely relationships.
Yeah.
You know, romantic relationships. Even friendships, like because your friend may get some information before that you give it to them from social media, so they might feel some type of way. So it ain't just romantic relationships.
Yeah, it's all
Family members, all types
That's
of stuff.
true. I think of things like when Kobe passed away, like how like wasn't it like his wife had to find out
Yeah,
via
social
media
media.
and stuff?
Yeah,
That would kill me, man. That would really kill me. So I get it.
yeah,
And
you don't want
I've seen both of your pages. I mean, are you in a relationship?
No, I'm single.
Oh,
to say that with
Yeah.
conviction.
I'm single.
No, I'm
I
single.
am looking. I'm single. I'm single, guys. I'm single.
and you, I've seen you.
Yeah, I'm in a
Obviously, you have
relationship,
your-
committed relationship,
Yeah,
girlfriend. So no,
yeah.
I'm not single by any means.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you on the spot.
So how does doing the podcast? How does that interact with your own personal relationship? Is she supportive of you, or does it kind of get in the way? Like, she's like, man, you got to go do that podcast again, man.
Yeah, she hates me.
Yeah, doesn't like her at all.
Oh yeah, and another question is being that
Yeah.
you're in a podcast with another,
with a female.
you know, but you grew up family friend forever. How
Yeah.
does that? She just, you know, cool with everything going on.
I think that it's a question about, compatibility and understanding who your partner is. Like, my girlfriend is super, super, extremely supportive. Like, there's no end to her support for what I do. Anything that I venture into, she's gonna support it. She's gonna jump into it with me, even if she has to.
Right.
And the fact that J Rock is my co-host, that just strengthens all of our relationship because we go out to eat, we go out to
We
like
hang out, we do
dinners,
all
we go to
everything
see
together.
movies.
That's good. That's great.
So
I like
yeah,
that.
Great
It's a great
dynamic.
relationship. Yeah.
but it's when you stop, involving your partner into like what you're doing or what you're involving yourself with.
Yeah.
That's when you kind of get the issues.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, where do you guys see yourselves in the next 5 years?
Man, we ain't even doing this yet.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're about to go virtual.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, our future, like our own personal lives, we're both moving to different states.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because
We're both
of
moving.
like just what we're doing with our lives.
Wow.
So we're trying to transition into like virtual,
Okay, yeah.
the virtual world for
The metaverse?
podcasting. Yeah, the
Yeah,
metaverse.
the metaverse. Oh, yes, I can't wait. That's one of my
He's excited
favorite things in the
about it.
world.
Metaverse.
Yeah,
She hates it. I love
hate
it.
So if you watch Black Mirror, that's why I hate it. It's like a mixture
my
of all that
God.
stuff.
Wow.
Black Mirror is really good, by the way.
It's an
No, it is.
amazing,
It's an amazing
show.
show.
I'm like, damn, when it comes to new episodes,
Exactly. No, I need the stuff that they have to be in
check
life
out
right now.
Black Mirror, guys.
Yeah, check out Black Mirror on Netflix. See, this is how the J Square podcast actually works.
And so, what do you guys want your legacy to be of the J Squared podcast, man? When it's all said and done, when people think of the J Squared podcast, what would you like your legacy to be?
That's another great question.
I think for me, I want the message to just be, it's okay to be who you are, what you are, like do whatever you want to do and be open with your people, man. Be open with your friends, be open with your family, be open with people that care about you.
Nice.
Like also a safe space for anyone who wants to come on, who wants to just listen to two random kids talk about random shit. So yeah, a safe space to come and have fun.
And final question, guys. What does be the model mean to you?
Okay.
Go first.
because this is Euphoria.
No.
I think be the model means literally to be the model that you want to see in other people. So if somebody says, oh, what type of person I want to be in the future, I think that's what be the model is. I want to be the type of person that I'm going to see 5, 10, 20 years in the future.
I would say be the model to me is someone who works hard, has their goals set out, good support, whether it's friends and family, and then just trying to be successful in whatever you want to do with your life. Just keep moving forward with it, and don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah. We appreciate you guys for joining us.
Appreciate you
Thanks for
guys.
stopping by.
Thank you guys for having us.
We have the amazing podcast here, J Square Podcast. You guys check them out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Let them know how you enjoyed this interview. Follow them on YouTube with Spotify
and Apple Music, J Square Podcast.
Okay, and Instagram at J Square Podcast.
Check out them lives.
Yeah.
Watch the alerts.
Check out those lives, 7 p.m. Follow them so you know what time to jump on and watch the lives.
Yeah.
And as we always say, be great, be unique, and definitely be the model.
There we go. That was beautiful.